events. You know what I mean? These fellas, how dare them challenge me with their somewhat primitive.
Twice podcast with Don. I'm very, very honoured to have another tremendous MC that hails from North Jersey in America. You know, shout out to Nick Jackelson for putting us in contact, because we had a Instagram. I met him on the Instagram because Nick Jax was doing a fucking what do you call it, like a little live, and then Lee was cool, you know, and we've been talking for a bit. So I thought, what a great guest to have on, because he doesn't play games, he doesn't fuck around, he's done his shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, so he's open to like people like Slane, R.A. the Rugged Man, the MOP, Pace One, Pharaoh Monch, Young Z, Helter Skelter, you know, which is Sean P, who did the Blood Runs Cold with Vinny Paz, or Jedi Mind Tricks, sorry. So he's got a good caliber. He doesn't fuck around. So welcome, Lee. It's fucking great to have you on, brother.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you. Thank you, Nick, for introducing us. Oh, man, it's so great to be on. Thank you, dude. Thank you for giving me this platform to talk to you and talk to everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, man, you're more than welcome, because I've listened to a lot of your music and stuff like that, and it's just fucking tremendous, because I hate all this new school rap. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stand the fucking mumble rap, or these, because they sound gay to me. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that shit. I like that real oldness, that old school. You know what I mean?
It's coming back. I'm just trying to just keep the culture going, keeping it moving. You know.
That's it, bro.
Representing for the people I grew up listening to, and keeping it going for the culture.
Yeah, well, because me personally, I kind of feel that our culture's getting a bit lost. Just like when you see all those weirdos doing the fucking that devil shit, and like Little Nas X, like, that's not a gangster. You can't listen to that shit. Like back in your day, because I'm 32. Lee's obviously a bit older than me, but mate, every MC I'd listen to would just fuck you up back in the day. You know what I mean? There was no fucking security. The security was like just shooting some cunt.
The cats that I've been in the game, you know, that blessed me and honored me, you know, the cats from the old school, they definitely don't play around. They're for real, for sure.
That's it. Because as well, I don't know if I'll add it, but I might just add like a little slideshow at the end, because Lee was kind enough to send some photos. Like he's, fuck with you, God, Nems, obviously Pace One, and, you know, all those kind of, you know, rappers, and that's on my Instagram as well. I put a post up about it, so actually no slideshow, just, don't be lazy and go check it out. So, what was, because you know my style, what was your childhood like, mate? So tell me, like, where you were born, what was going on a little bit, and,
I was born in Montclair, New Jersey. That is in Essex County. It's very close to Newark, New Jersey. I was born there. I lived in Montclair till I was at least about 5 months old, and then my parents got a job being caretakers of a property in the suburb area. It's a very large property in Morris County, New Jersey. It's over 175 acres of land, and my parents are the caretakers of it. So they moved to here when I was 5 months old.
Okay.
So I lived here for most of my childhood. My cousins from all would come here every summer. We would have cookouts every summer. We barbecued. There's a pond on my property. My driveway's like a half a mile long.
That's what you
Uh,
want.
yeah,
That's what you want.
definitely. It's not fun in the wintertime though when it
Oh,
snows,
okay.
unfortunately. But
Fair call. Fair call.
when I was 3 years old, unfortunately, I drowned in my lake. My mom found me floating upside down in the lake, and I drowned. And I was in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I had brain damage. They had to give me CPR. I was in real bad shape. They pretty much had to bring me back to life. I was pretty much like I was dead, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it was like one of my first memories of childhood was that experience. And I recovered, but it did cost me to have ADD.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I can talk. I can, but
Yeah.
my education levels, my learning levels aren't too good. Like people try to teach me stuff. I have troubles with that. Like some people can pick it up.
Yeah.
But I've lived here most of my life. It's a town, Mount Olive, New Jersey. There's two sections. There's Flanders, and then there's the other section, which is Bud Lake, and it's like one of the biggest man-made lakes I think in the country.
Yeah.
And
Right. Okay.
and all the back in the 40s, like all the mobsters like used to come to this town and like,
Dumb bodies.
lived in the lakes. Like they used to lived in all the little townhouses by the lake. Like I believe like Frank Sinatra and stuff. Like all those like the old school like mobsters and stuff used to come to this town just to like. Now it's like it's when I first moved here, it was I'm a mulatto. My dad's black, my mom's white, my mom's Irish and Scottish, and my dad's African American. And I was really when I first moved here, I was really the only minority in this area.
Oh, okay.
So
Did that create problems? Or-
yeah, it was a little difficult for me as a child growing up, till about at least third grade. When I was in third grade, and when I started playing sports, I was like the only kid playing football until about like my first year playing football. I was the only minority on the varsity team, and it was a little bit. It was a little hard for me, and I was, hip hop was not a thing. People did not listen to hip hop, and
Yeah.
it was like a little bit of problem. I dealt with some racism and stuff like that growing up, but as I got older, times definitely changed, and it became
Yeah.
very diverse around here. That definitely changed now.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's good to hear because my dad's from Africa and like our bloodline's Zulu. Like
Nice.
it goes up, which is quite interesting. But yeah, I never really got too much shit for that because I look exactly like my mother. So I got like the Hungarian look to me. I didn't get, you know what I mean? So yeah, but no, it's good that stopped. So you were doing all that, and then you were talking about grade 3, obviously, and then when you started hitting like teenager, being a teenager. Fuck, I don't know what he called teenagehood, whatever. He gives a fuck. But you know what I mean. When you get to being a teenager, how was that going for you? How did you did you start listening to rap then? Were you in trouble with the law, or what was going on?
I started listening to hip hop at a very early age. Because of my mother. My mother listened to
Okay.
hip hop. And the first hip hop I remember listening to was she had the cassette of Run DMC. It was and Tone Loc,
Oh, Tone Loc's the best. Yeah.
Funky Coladina, and
Yeah, that's the
Run
shit. Yeah.
DMC, Walk This Way.
Yeah.
That was the first hip hop I listened to.
Okay.
And then, I remember listening to the radio. I remember listening to like a lot of Bobby Brown. It was always on the
Oh yeah,
radio.
he's been.
And as I did get older, around third grade, I met one of my best friend. He moved to this area. His name was Greg Gordon, and we stay friends to this day. And he actually is one of my best friends. I rap with his rap name is 2G, and he gave me a cassette in third grade. He said, "Listen." He said, "Hey, you gotta listen to this." I said, "Sure." And it was the Above the Rim soundtrack with
Oh shit. Yeah.
Nate Dogg and Warren G Regulate, and that changed my life. That song,
Oh yeah.
Warren G Nate Dogg Regulators, and we sang that in like high school and in third grade for a talent show. We got up in the class and we started singing it. And the teacher goes, "Oh, you guys can't sing that Michael Jackson song." We're like, "Oh, that's not Michael Jackson. That's Nate Dogg."
Definitely not.
So they kicked us off. We didn't realize there was cursing. We're just young kids singing the lyrics.
Yeah, they're just
And
enjoying the track.
and so Warren G and of course Coolio, Bone Thugs and Harmony,
Oh
were
yeah.
Snoop Dogg, and then as I got into like middle school, I was, God bless my cousin, my cousin Anthony Martin, is support. We used to go to his house and watch I used to go to his house and watch the Mike Tyson fights.
Fuck yeah.
And that's when Tupac got shot. It
Yeah.
was right after we watched the Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
And I just always remember seeing Tupac on the news, always getting in trouble. I never really listened to his music, but I was a big fan of like West Coast music, Coolio, Warren G, Snoop Dogg, and then I got the Machiavelli CD for Christmas, and then that's when I first listened to Hail Mary, and then I started listening to Tupac, that Machiavelli CD, and then, but I was a big, what really influenced me when I was younger was, as we're having this interview right now, two albums that actually came out on this day in 1994 was Soundgarden,
Oh yeah.
Super Unknown, and Nine Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. I was a big influence in rock and roll music because I'm one of four brothers. I have my older brother Tim, then my younger brother JR, John, and my youngest brother Joey. And my older brother and his friends will hang out here, play video games, and they would listen to music. And my older brother's friend, my homeboy Stephen Hoeg, they were like punk rock dudes,
Yeah.
They were listening to Marilyn Manson, White Zombie, Green Day, and I love that. I love
Fuck yeah.
that music. I was actually listening to that a lot more at that time. It was like half and half. I was listening to like the West Coast and the rock and roll. I love the rock music. I was wearing like a tie to school trying to look like the Green Day dude, like
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that
music.
early 2000s. Fucking. Oh no, Green Day. When they first come out, like '96 or something.
It was pretty early. I think I was in like third grade too when it was like Offspring. Offspring was a big.
Oh, tremendous! Offspring, Ixnay the Hombre, and all that shit. Tremendous.
I was really big into the rock scene, and then like middle school, I started getting more into the East. Because when I lived here, I was, very sheltered kid. We didn't even have cable here. I didn't have cable. I just had Channel 5, Channel 3. I didn't even have MTV. I just had regular channels because the cable, I lived so far in the woods, we didn't even have cable here.
Yeah.
So I just would buy CDs and shit like that. So I was really like kind of in the dark here. I wasn't really informed. I didn't have
Yeah.
MTV. But then about 8th grade, we got DirecTV. And then that's when I started getting like listening to Nas, West, East. I got more.
Yeah.
And I would go to my grandma and my aunt's house and watch MTV and shit there. And that's
what were you watching? Like MTV Raps, all the classics and shit. Yeah.
Yes, and like Headbangers Ball and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then I saw KRS-One. I Need a Friend, and then that's when I was like, yo, this hip hop is for
this
real.
is all right.
Yeah, that's when I started like, like when I heard that KRS-One song, I said, okay, I think this is, that started getting the wheels turning in my head a little bit.
So did that make you start writing a few bars or?
Yes, like it started. It started making me like thinking about trying to like what kind of sitting in myself trying to think of my own little raps and stuff like.
Yeah.
And then then I go to high school. My freshman year in high school, they got, then that's when, like everybody was kind of like all my friends, everybody was listening to like Cash Money, like I was listening to, I thought it was dope, like Lil Wayne and Juvenile. I thought they had some good songs and they had some, like I had a cassette of like Hot Boys. I thought that they had some good tunes, BG. But then my boy was like, yo, I started chilling with some skateboard dudes and the punk rocker dudes. And they were like, yo, you gotta listen to this. And they had a little boom box in high school, and they started playing Cage, Agent Orange.
Oh, dude, right.
And I was like, yo,
Movies for the blind, bro.
I was like, who's this? And they were like, my homeboy, my older brother's friend, E-Rock. He said, oh, this is Cage, Agent Orange. I said, oh, shit. Like, and then that's when, like, fucking shit, it took off from there.
Yeah, because I love Cage, man. Like, fucking, I never knew that, because like I never used to get too into it. I just listened to the song, you know what I mean? Because I did see Clockwork Orange when I was young, so I knew what was being incorporated into it, obviously. But it was fucking that Necro produced it. Like I fucking.
That's when I first got put on.
I didn't know that.
Warning. The truly unusual motion picture you are about to see contains many scenes of graphic violence. It is not intended for the faint of heart, nor the young and impressionable.
This is a dark reality. The Nox is after me. My harsh cavalry, like the spark to your battery. Try to pull the carpet from under me, don't bother me. Cops racial profile, mistaking me for a robbery. Trying to escape poverty, seeing his decapitated fatality. This society is a dilapidated tragedy. The media is a calculated strategy to evaluate your mind's capacity. Trying to imitate gravity through real estate faculty. My DNA will regenerate gradually. Either be a man rivals by my advance, they suicidal enhanced.
Hey! Hey, man!
So we had a connection issue, but that's all sorted now. So we're talking about just when you started getting into that like different kind of hip hop, you know what I mean? So with the you're at the skate park, and you take it from here, bro.
Yeah, I started hanging out with my homies that they scooped me to the underground scene of the hip hop culture. They showed me the Outsiders, more of the Outsiders, more underground stuff. I always knew the Outsiders from the Fugees album, the song Cowboys. That's how I first was introduced to them. But they showed me more of the other stuff they did with like Eminem, like Mukasa, and some of the stuff they did with Bizarre. And
Really? Bizarre. Okay. Is that from D12? Yeah, the big guy.
They were they're like members of the Outs, and they and like their albums, The Bricks, Nightlife, the punk rock skateboarder kids. They were huge underground heads in my area, and then they showed me like Necro, Gory Days. That album was like, I had that on repeat. Hell yeah. I got a Necro hat I got a Necro hat somewhere. Yeah, big influence. Like we talked about, like Wu-Tang had kung fu samples.
Yeah.
Necro had horror movie samples.
Yeah, that's what I really love about Necro, man, because it's we just had different shit. Like I didn't know like people like, you know, even in America, because like Australia and England are pretty much connected in like in the movie sense, but we're nothing like each other, you know. But like the Snatch, she was putting in, oh, you got shot in the face, Lincoln. Oh, I would have thought that was fucking obvious, you know, like that kind of shit. It's just fucking great, man, that like Americans fucking used it. And Necro actually did a song with one of like our biggest or most famous Aussie criminals, Chopper Reed. You know, he went on his album and shit. So yeah, it's crazy how like the crosses that divide. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, sorry to cut you off, bro. I just thought I'd say that because yeah, it's fucking awesome. So yeah, you keep going, man.
And that's when 10th grade I started picking up the pen, man. At that point. My homeboy.
How old are you in 10th grade?
That's a great question, man. I believe I was. That's a great question, man. I think I was 16. I was a year older than everyone in my grade because I stayed back in kindergarten.
Yeah.
So I believe I was like maybe 16 or 15.
Okay.
In 10th grade, and I believe the first rhyme I wrote down was like, I got ADD, I'm a Public Enemy like Chuck D. And then I said something like, girls want to jerk me and eat me like turkey or something. I wrote something like that.
Yeah, no, we all have our moments with our first raps. You know, if you go back to it, you wouldn't spit it if there was a gun to your head. But you know, we get better, we evolve.
And those were the first rhymes. I just remember them, but I wish I still had my notebook. I think I left it in one of my homies' cars going to visit them in college, and that was like my first rhyme. But I wish I still had that. I can't remember any of those rhymes. I think I said something about like a Chef Boyardee cuisine or some shit. I can't remember.
Isn't Chef Boyardee, isn't he like, it's like canned food?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, with the ravioli and shit. Because we don't have that here. But, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, we don't have a lot of things you guys have, man. But yeah, I've seen his face with the fucking hat on, and because I've been watching a lot of that Nems. Don't you ever disrespect me, looking like Chef Boyardee, eating Chef Boyardee out here. Fuck your life,
I'll get it to the story about, man. Wow, it was incredible. I had all my cronies, man. I opened up, like, all those pictures I sent you was about 15 minutes from my house, man. It's
nice.
the only I'm sure you might have seen the movie Roadhouse.
Pat Swayze. Fuck yeah, man.
I opened up. It's 15 minutes from my house. Shout out to my homie, shameless plug, and recipes to my homie John Blake, the two cats that were running the spot. It was called the Stanhope House. Have you ever seen the movie Friday the 13th? That movie was made 20 minutes from my house.
Shit.
And if you watch the movie, and the one scene in the beginning when the guy gives the girl the ride to the camp, if you look on the van, it says on the van, Stanhope, New Jersey. And that's the spot where we were doing the shows at, was Stanhope House. That was the place where we were doing all these shows, where I met all these artists. And when I opened up for Immortal Technique, I got all my friends that I did tracks with. I even got some local kids, that young cats that were just up and coming. They said, "Oh, can I open up with you with Immortal Technique?" I said, "Sure." They said, we'll go in the studio, do a song, we'll help you sell tickets." I said, "Sure." And it was the first show they ever did. They helped me sell tickets. They brought me a studio, recorded a track. Shout out to Isaac, MC Isaac. Yeah, man, I got there, and Immortal Technique, dude, the place was packed. I mean, there's probably about 400 people there, and the freaking cops had the whole place surrounded. Like, all the police were like this, like, surrounding the place. There was no re-entry. Like, once you come in, you can't leave. Like, once you're in the building, you can't go out. And, like, the place is the last American Roadhouse, like that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's
so you couldn't even go out for a cigarette.
No, they had a place outside in a patio section. You can go out for a cigarette.
Oh, nice.
But you can't go, like, out the front door and come back in.
Yeah.
And I was outside, and with all my homies that, like, I brought like 6 other cats, and I even brought one cat. Shout out Jex Rastafari. I just brought him up on stage, come spit a verse. And we were all outside chilling, and here comes. Usually they sneak in, or they come early and they go upstairs and chill on the VIP. Immortal Technique just walks in through the crowd. He just comes there. I was like, "Oh shit, it's Immortal Technique." He comes in all like camo suit, boots. I was like, "Oh shit, he's here." And then I see him with Chris Rivers, Big Pun's son.
Oh,
and Nims. And he was with Nims. And I said, "Holy shit." And I knew Nims from the Mike Club. There was a show on MTV2, Mike Club. And that's when I first saw Nims. He battled a Jersey cat, Solo, on there. Yeah. And I knew both. That's how I knew both of them. I added them both on Facebook, and I followed them, their career, because I thought that was the dopest battle I ever saw, and I still can't find that video ever.
Was that in the days Necro was taking names out for, on that tour?
Was
that back then?
when I saw that battle, me and all my friends were like, "Yo, Necro should sign this guy."
So it was a little bit before that then. Yeah.
So I guess once that happened, I guess that's when he was with Necro. After that,
Okay.
and,
Yeah, yeah.
and then soon as I saw Nims, I was like, right away, I was like, oh, Nims, I know you, man. I was like, can I get a picture of you real quick? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I took that picture of him real quick. And I didn't even see him for the rest of the night after that. But I mean, I was a little upset with this show because there's a main stage, and then there's another stage. And for some reason, I must have sold about like 28 tickets, and not like these shows you have to sell tickets to open up for these artists.
Yeah.
And some people just give them the money and then take the tickets and just perform. And not me for this show, because I know so many people, and I had all these artists with me ready to perform. We sold about 28 tickets. And we had people come there off the strength that just came with the art to see the artist, but they didn't buy tickets, but they just showed up just, to come there. So we had about like 30 people there, and people I went to school with even showed up, like, nice. Shout out my homeboy Brian Munoz and his fam. They showed up to support, and we were like, and they didn't let me perform on the main stage. They let me perform on the stage in the backstage. So I'm there chilling. Mortal Techniques there chilling. I'm like, yo, what's up, Mortal Techniques? Like, yo, what's good? He's just sitting there chilling, with the crowd. He's like, this is like a house party here. I was like, yeah, I know. And then I'm running around. They got all these little kids on the stage I'm about to perform on. They're DJing. They got all these little kids up there rapping and stuff. And I'm like, none of these kids even know these people. They don't even know who Nims is. I was probably like the only person there that knew who Nims was.
But you felt a bit disrespected by that.
A little bit, a little bit, because that stage.
It's understandable, bro.
That stage I performed on was the first stage I ever rapped on. That was like how I started, and now I'm like, wait a minute, I sold like 30 tickets. Now you guys are making me perform here again. Okay, whatever. And so I'm chasing the people around. All right, it's my time. I gotta perform now, And so I'm trying to get on the stage and perform, and I'm running around chasing the guy. I'm like, yo, I gotta perform. And they got all these kids on there freestyling, rapping. I'm like, I gotta get up here. Yeah, I sold goddamn 30 fucking tickets. It's time for me to get up there. So I finally grabbed the sound guy. My homie had nothing to do with this event. The dudes I shouted out, I could tell there was another people that were running this event. So I get on the stage finally, chasing these people all around. And I'm going around the whole place. Oh, I'm going on now. And my homies are like, all right. So I gather everybody in this little room, all my peoples finally. And there's probably about like 50 heads now to see me and all my homies. And we got the whole stage, like 6 of my homies. And I'm up there rapping. I'm like, everybody, hip, hop, hip. And then I hear in the back on the main stage, Nims rapping, yeah, hip hop. They put me on the same time as Nims.
Oh, that's
I was like, man. What the fuck are these people trying to do to me?
It's like, mate, I sold these tickets. I can't get a few people to watch me. Fuck it, hell. That's
fucked up. At the same time as Nims. I was like, what are they trying to do? I got the whole crowd cheering, hip hop, chanting, while Nims is in there trying to rap now. What are they trying to do to me?
Fucking hell, mate.
Oh my God. So Nims, man, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, man, for that. You know, that was just poor how they ran that show, man. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, that was cold, Nems, bro. That was cold.
I'm sorry, dude. They didn't be dirty that night, man. I got paid, though. They paid me. They should have paid me a little more for that, man. For doing that.
What? So you got like $100 and some free drinks or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes.
But
That's bullshit.
But for them making me run around to get up on that stage, and then when they Nims was like the guy before Mortal Technique, so they put me on like during like the main act.
Because that would have been cool as well, because like Immortal and Nems could have come down and watched your shit, and then fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
fucked up. Fuck, all I gotta say is fuck Roadhouse, fuck Stanhope, fucking whatever it is. Go fuck yourself.
No, for that was dirty. But I mean, they had they were, you know, they had some good. They did really good for my career for opening up. Like, but that,
All right.
but Immortal that was the best one. But when Immortal Technique got up on the stage, he was like making fun of the guy that was like running the event. He was hyping on him, making fun of him and shit. Cause it was whoever this guy was that ran this event, it was ran horribly. And Mortal Technique went up there and was like making fun of the dude and everything. It was great when I saw that. I was like, yes.
Well, maybe that made that dude fucking lift his game up, mate.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I seen stuff like that before because, Stanhope House, they should have. I thought maybe like I see, like they done stuff like that before. Like one time, I opened up for R.A. the Rugged Man 4 times there.
Oh shit!
He came there 4 times, and I opened up for him 4 times. And one time we opened up there, and one of the dudes that was like the host, like my little brother was up there rapping, and the dude like shut the like music off. My little brother's rapping. I didn't fucking appreciate that.
Nah, definitely not. That's a fucking piece of shit move. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's still going. It's just embarrassing, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we kept going, like, and my little brother still kept rapping. We handled it very well, and there was like mad people there, like Craig G, Marco Polo was there.
Oh shit!
And they were there watching it, and they were giving us mad props. After
What's your little brother's rap name and shit? If you want to
a Natural Joe. Like, he's fucking mad dope, man. Like, he raps like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, he spits real fast, and he's very Joe. I think now he goes by Joe Flows, and he's been like a mad scientist. He's working on a lot of beats. So we're brain. He's hard at work right now. He's been working very hard, but we're gonna eventually work on some time. We're gonna work on some music. He's got a SoundCloud too. I'll send you a link.
Cool, man. I'll definitely put it in the description.
Oh,
people can check it out too, man. Because we got to big up everybody who's good. You know what I mean? That's what hip hop's about.
Hell yeah.
And because we got a bit off track, I want to take you back to just after you heard Agent Orange, just skater blokes, skater the punk rock dudes and all that. So what did you do after that, and what actually got you to your first show? How did that impact you? And yeah.
Well, like I said, my first show was at the Stanhope House.
Okay. Oh, all right. No, because I didn't hear that out of it. So So
Well,
you started doing that. You started fucking getting your shit together, and then boom, you're at the stand-up.
Yeah, they gave me,
Nice.
see, cause the first dudes that ran it was my homie John Blake and Shameless Plug, and they kind of just like, you know, they were running it, and then they kind of let other people run it, I believe,
Yeah.
and that's when it started going downhill, you know, like
Oh
I
yeah,
went,
because like if they're putting on shows like that, and fucking you can't even work out who's coming on. There's a side stage you're gonna put on 2 fucking acts. You know, it's not a festival. You know what I mean? Where you go to stage A, stage B, or like Woodstock or something. You know, it's
yeah,
it's a smaller
exactly,
place. Like, yeah, that's fucked up, man.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Shameless
So
Plug and John Blake were running it right there. Whoever was running the show that night there, and they tried to get me to open up again for Moral Technique. I was like, no. I was like, because he came back there again. They were like, oh, you got to open up for him again. I was like, no.
go fuck yourself.
I said, no. I said, I opened up for him. I can say I opened up for him. And I said, I know he ain't going to bring Gutter News. And I got to meet all of them there that night. I said, it's not going to be as dope as it was that night. So I said, no, I'm not going there again. Do it. Nope.
Because I can hear from what you're saying, like you left that fucking show with a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? Like you were fucking pissed. So.
Like it was the best time I had, I think, there, because of just who I met meeting, like News and Big Pun's son and Moral Technique and Poison Pen, but just how like you know, like I had a good set
together.
Yeah, it's just I didn't appreciate. I felt like they were trying to like, you know, like put me down a little bit for putting me. I believe I should have been on the main stage that night, but it's all good. I had a good set.
I actually feel that too, man, because they should have just got the young fellas fucking having a go. You know, the up and comers just like doing their freestyle shit, whatever, and then shut it off, and then boom, you know, you guys have your fucking stage time. You know,
exactly.
If you put any 2 artists on like 2 different stages, the fucking people are going to be drawn to the one who's bigger. You know, so they're just not going to, it's just a waste of time. That's fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Really?
All right, bro. Fucking, so how did you end up like, because I know about, because you got some great fucking people you've opened up for, like, as I said, Helter Skelter, Pace One, Pharaoh Monch, Young Z, MOP, Slane. Like, how did you get to fuck with like Slane and all that? Because Slane's one of my favorites. I love Slane.
Well, shout out to Stanhope House. These guys all came.
Really?
They all were at the Stanhope House. Shout out to my homie Gutter Christ. He brought Slane. They're all run by different people, like different promoters, bringing these cats there. And shout out to the homie Gutter Christ, man. He brought Slane there, and that was a dope. That's if you look on the flyer, Grim Galaxy, lyrically,
Nick Jackelson, Billy Valentine.
There's actually a picture with me, Slane, Nick, in the picture from that night, and that's how I met Nick, was through Gutter Christ. They opened up for Cage at the Stanhope House.
Oh, okay. Because I was just about to ask you, like, how did you fucking meet my mate Nick Jacks? And then it's like, boom, you already knew what I was going to ask.
I went to, because the spot's only like 15 minutes from my house, and we were like, yo, Cage is going to be there. I was like, Cage? I was like, I'm going to that show. Like, I'm just going to go there to freaking watch. So me and my little brother and my homeboy J-Fly, we went there. We go to the show, and we go in the back parking lot. Bus pulls up, and there's Cage in the bus, and Sadistic. He was there with Sadistic, and here comes Cage right there. As soon as we got there, Cage got there too. He comes out the bus, Cage, what up? You know, and dude, man, he fucking ripped it, and yeah, and that's when I met Grim Galaxy. They were there, they were on stage. I was like, oh shit! I heard the beats, I heard the raps, and they weren't lip syncing. They were spitting bars, and they were had some dope ass beats. And I was like,
that's the thing about Grim Galaxy, man, that I really liked is I don't know if I forgot to ask Nick if he made like all the beats, but mate, fucking the beats I know of that he did, I'm pretty sure he did all of them. Just saying, but mate, they were fucking just off guts because it had that underground sound. You know what I mean? Like, and even that shit he's like Nick Jacks, I got to shout out again. Fucking even that shit he's doing with Bardia or did with Bardia, you know, it's just fucking some fucking straight up good music. You know what I mean? So yeah, fucking Grim Galaxy. They're I actually recommend it to anyone. Like, go have a look at it, see what you think. Yeah, it's straight up shit. And another thing with Nick Jackelson, I love that fucking cartoon rap you did with him in it. Because you draw him perfectly, bro. Like, it's fucking, that's Nick Jackson. Like, you look at him like, yeah, that's straight up shit.
Thank you, dude. That's coming soon, man. I'm working. I have like 3 verses for like his beats. Like I have like 3 different verses for those beats he sent me, and they're ready to go. So I'm just that's like I'm on a mission to drop those tracks.
I can't wait for him to come out, man, because I've had obviously a few teasers. You know, I've got a couple of teasers. I haven't heard the fucking finished product, but mate, it's fucking fire. Fucking fire. Like, I can't wait to pump that out of my truck when I drive.
He sent me the verse. He sent me the beat and he's like, yo, I'm gonna send you a verse too. I was like, yo, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And the verse his verse on that is fucking fire, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he goes hard because I think as well, like, he's a good motivator. Even with this podcast, like, it's episode 4, whatever. Like, fucking, I did the first one, then I was like not motivated. Then Nick's like, come on, man, what the fuck you doing? Like, sending me shit, like, you know, this is fucking, I made you a banner, I did this, I did that. And yeah, all the pictures, everything, just, courtesy of Nick Jacks. So, fucking, you know, he motivates a lot of people. Like, even to correct me if I'm wrong, but, you know, after he sent a beat to you and a verse, I bet you listened to it and you just started writing.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
He lights that fire. Yeah.
And it told me the direction of where to go with the track.
Oh, exactly.
Like, that's what I like. Like, when I work with an artist, like when I did the song with Gore-Tex, I sent him 2 beats. He didn't like the first beat I sent him, so I sent him another beat, and he liked that beat. And then when he sent me the verse, I just went off the verse he sent me. I just wrote my verse to it. So I like it when the artist sends me.
Yeah. It's not 2 different verses. You can actually fucking make one good flowing song about the same thing. Kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I forgot to tell people as well. Like, Lee doesn't fuck around. He's done songs with some of the best, you know, and Gore-Tex especially in Australia. Because I first heard Necro when I was like 15, 16, you know, and then like it just fucking implanted in our minds like crazy. And then we found the Circle of Tyrants album, you know, mate, like Gore-Tex is fucking one of my favorites, bro.
Like I said, like, all those albums to me are like the Wu-Tang albums. Like, when they all start dropping albums, like RZA produced all those albums, just like Necro produced and made all those albums. They're like the same to me, like those Wu-Tang soul albums.
It's the fucking best, man, because it actually is, because there was underground like before, we all know that, but I reckon, well, that's why I love Necro so much. You know, because we got introduced to such a different style of, you know, he calls it death rap, you know, well, obviously. But, mate, it's just so fucking good. When I first heard a track, I think the first one I heard actually was fucking Jedi mind tricks, and then it was Necro. You know what I mean? Like, you know what it means to be true to the game. All that shit. It's Vinny. What is it? Fucking Vinny pissed out or whatever. Like, it was just the best, bro. You know what I mean? We couldn't stop bumping it. Like, we had that fucking shit on repeat, bro. It wouldn't stop. And so we fucked with all of them. But yeah, he started that realness, you know, and I like that because Cage, then Cage and all that. Fucking, I even when we heard about Necro, I used to go back to like fucking Stretch, Babito, shit like in the 90s, early 90s, you know, and then like Robbery, obviously, all that type of shit. Fucking, yeah, man. Left a mark on us in Australia.
Yeah, shout out to my homie Inky Stubbs. I met him through my my homie 8-Bomb Music cat I met that actually pretty much taught me how to record music, how to ad-lib and all that stuff. Like when I first started, I didn't know how to record. I just, just rapped in the mic, but he taught me, hey, you gotta double up the I didn't know. My homeboy 8-Bomb Music, shout out, he showed me those little things, and he introduced me to his cat Inky Stubbs, and we started clicking because he was he started out as a punk rocker, and he was on the Necro tip, and he was a producer, and we both listened to Necro and PLR and all that, and we would take horror movie samples, and then we would go in and rap about horror movies and stuff, because that's what we grew up, listening to. So we just went in on some, death rap, some
psychological records, ugly grit shit.
That's it, man.
That's
because
yeah, bro. Sorry.
Because I grew, a lot of people I grew up with, like that's what me and my homies, like we would be at house parties and on repeat all night. We'd be listening to Street Villains, Volume 1, 2. Wow. And that's what we would listen to while we were partying all night on repeat. Yeah. So that's like, I be the CD, get fucked up. CD starts skipping, I'll get the spins, like, fucking, get fucked up, listen to that stuff.
Yeah, that sounds very familiar to me, mate, because as I said, that's what we did, bro. We used to put it on. Because you remember how, those, they were this tall, the CD players, and you could put 3 CDs, but they'd just repeat all 3. You could put it, click a button. So, yeah, it was like Street Villains, fucking Jedi Mind, and fucking Circle of Tyrants just going boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I got my homies put me into, just because I didn't have access to internet, and I really didn't have access to internet for a while. So my homies put me on later to Jedi Mind Tricks. And, Vinny Paz, my little brother, and my homeboy, Aaron Bloom, shout out to Red. They put me on to, Vinny Paz. And then, really, when I started working with Mr. Green, that's when they were working with Jedi Mind Tricks at that time with the Design and Malice. That's at the same time I was working with Mr. Green and Pace One. That's the same time, and that's when I heard the music, I heard there's tracks, but I just didn't know the names, I didn't know what they looked like, because I just didn't have access to internet or anything. And I met Mr. Green and Pace One at a bar 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah, right. Oh, so you were just chilling, but you ended up meeting them.
Yeah, shout out to my homie Saul Good. He had them at a bar, Mr. Green Pace One, right down the street at the bar on my street, Mount Olive Bar and Grill. Pace One, Mr. Green, right after they just dropped The Only Color That Matters, Green. So me and all my homies were it was just right after I had my jaw broken. I just
Oh yeah,
recovered.
get into that, bro, as well. Like fucking yeah, bro. That was an interesting story. I think the viewers would like to listen to that. That's hectic.
Oh man, yeah, that changed. A lot of people don't know that happened to me. Like a lot of people growing up and stuff. A lot of people don't know that situation happened to me. Yeah, phew, it was around 2008. I was working at a gas station. Then I was working with a kid. I didn't know him, but he was a young kid. He was like still in like freaking high school, but he got we it was in a what was it, an auto shop. So people would come in and pay for their cars, and after they fix it and pick up their car. So I would drop the envelope of money into the safe. And I guess I didn't drop the money in the safe all the way, and the kid took the money out and took it. And I said to him, I said, hey, the kids fucking stole the money, so they fired him, whatever. But I didn't rat them out or nothing. They just took it out of the pay, because they couldn't
Oh
prove
yeah.
or
So there
not.
was no police involved and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But then, like, this kid was robbing all the stores. Like, they were smashing windows and taking registers out of all the stores in the area, and they got caught or whatever. But I mean, they were the kid's brother died in like a car accident or something, so they were like all messed up. It was a kid and his
Yeah.
young brother and stuff, and so I felt for them, and I
Yeah. Of course.
trying to be like a brother they didn't have, and stuff, and then and they sold weed. So I would buy weed from them. And then one time I bought some weed from them, but it wasn't for me. It was for a guy I worked with, which was an old dude, like old Cheech and Chong motherfucker. So
So he knows it.
I went there. He gave me the money. I told him to go freaking, in the back and wait for me, and I'll grab it, and you know. But the guy thought I was like taking off on him or something, because I guess he was paranoid or whatever. So I'm like, getting the blood for him. And then I'm with the kids, and the guy pulls up to us, hey, guys, what you doing? And they're like, no, that guy's a snitch. And they take off running. I said, no, dude, I told you to wait, I said, I don't know, those kids. I said, they're fucking kids. They're all paranoid and shit, you see? But I got the weed. I fucking leave, whatever. I go home. The kids call me up. I fucking was just, I chilled with the kid every other fucking week. He's my friend. We smoke weed at my house. We fucking chill out. And he calls me, hey, you want to hang out? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm fucking bored, whatever. So I go meet him down the street. It's fucking pitch black out. He said, oh, you're not a snitch, right? You're not trying to set me up. And I'm like, dude.
What the fuck you talking about?
I was like, dude, I fucking rap. And we're at a fucking gas station. Like, what the fuck? I ain't trying to fucking set you up, man. It's like, I smoke weed with you all the time. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And I was like, if anything happens, like, I get in trouble, Like, if that guy's a fucking snitch, like, I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm the one that got him to fucking give them the weed, know? And then the next thing I know, I'm on the fucking ground. They fucking hit me with something. I fucking whacked me with, I'm on the ground. I just hear fucking crack. And I'm on the fucking ground. My whole jaw is like this on the side.
Shit.
He fucking hit me with a fucking either brass knuckles, fucking mini bat, or sucker punched me with a fucking haymaker. And he's like, oh, you snitched on me. and my brother, we're gonna kill you. Da, da, da. So I pulled my switchblade out of my pocket, and I said, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then fucking 6 kids jump out of the bushes and fucking run after me, and I fucking trip, fall, knife falls down. I'm all fucked up. My jaw's hanging out of my fucking mouth. You know, I'm all fucked up, pissing on myself. I'm fucking all fucked up, you know? And, you know, some kid fucking comes, drives up, picks them all up, and drives away. And so I fucking walk all the way back home, and fucking, my little nephew's like, what's wrong? What's going on? He doesn't, you know, he knew right away something was wrong. My brother's like, what the hell's going on? He's like, oh, he starts fucking screaming. He saw my face.
Bring the ambulance, fuck.
Yeah, he's like, I call the ambulance, man. I'm like, fuck. I looked in the mirror once, and that was it, bro. I couldn't look at it again. I couldn't look in the mirror already. I couldn't look. It was scary as fuck.
Also, it freaked you out just because it was.
Yeah,
Obviously.
it was fucking scary. It looked, oh my god. And then, I fractured my jaw on both sides. I got 2 metal plates right here. And I had to get surgery. I lost like 75 pounds because I couldn't eat anything solid for like 3 months.
Also, they were just giving you the IV with nutrients and shit.
Yeah, I just couldn't eat soup and fucking mashed, but couldn't chew nothing solid. And then, you know, the cops, I didn't say what happened at first to the cops. Because they said they're going to fucking, I was like, they know where I live. I said, I live with my brother, my fucking 4-year-old nephew and his wife. Like, I don't want to put them in danger and stuff. And, you know, and then they were like, man, you better tell them what the fuck happened, man. Look at you, man. I was like, ah, fuck it.
I'm right, mate. I'm all good.
I was like, fuck it. And I finally told them. And, you know, I got surgery and stuff. And they were like, yeah, we found the kid. And they're like, do you know that he uses heroin? Do you know he shoots up heroin? I was like, fuck no, man. I said, I didn't know that shit. So apparently
that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, so he's like fucked up on drugs and shit. I had no fucking idea, man. I had no idea. That he
obviously, if he came to your house and was smoking with you, he's not like, you know, fucking nodding off, but, you know. So.
Yeah, I see. And he was like a young fucking kid too, and I had no idea he was using drugs and shit. And you know, it was just crazy that he would do that to me, because it was just like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, everybody knew me. Everybody knew I was good people. It was like, it was a crazy.
Well, you know how it is, but especially with heroin, man, because that physical pain, like people rob their mums, rob old ladies. This is disgusting fucking.
That's why I get a lot of heat, because in a lot of my raps I talk about it, but I'm like, you know what? I said I got a whole wall right here in my room of like 25% of my friends, like good friends, like OE, like, and good people, like, and heavy supporters of my music, like people that I post my music, they like my stuff, you know, they would share it, like they passed away, OD. And, you know, it's a big problem, and I speak on it a lot, you know.
Yeah. Well, affects people. I think that's good to actually speak about that, because, it's funny, like people will go, oh, heroin's the most disgusting drug, you're a piece of shit, but then they're smoking fucking meth. You know what I mean? They think that's all right.
Exactly.
I don't know why. Yeah, you know, it's fucked up. But yeah, there's nothing wrong to fucking spit facts about real shit.
Yeah, it's reality, you know, just distributing information, you know, it's just real, it's real shit. Like, Necro, all them dudes were just preparing us for this world, you know. The dudes were prepping us for this shit. And I mean, it's brutality. Fucking.
Yeah. Oh, they were, man, 100%. Because fucking we started to get a bit crazy after listening to that. And you know, even just to bring it back to your point, talking about heroin, like what was it, grimy thug shit, Mr. Hyde featuring Necro, and it's like, yeah, my whole fan base is on heroin, but they gotta wait. You know, so yeah, they did fucking lay the line down there. Fucking hell. So after that, so you recovered from that, obviously. You know, as we can see today. What was the next thing that happened? What, were you fucking still doing your shows? Were you making more albums?
Yeah, it affected my rapping. Like, if you listen to a lot of my old music, like I
also
try to
changed your voice.
Yeah, if you listen to my older music I try to date it, like you'll hear the difference. Like I had to change my rapping. Like I used to try to rap more like a sort of like a fast rhyming, more syllabalism type of style. But now I almost do like a calm flow, a little slower style because it's hard now because I have nerve damage. I can't feel my bottom lip now because of it.
Okay, yeah.
I have no feeling all here now, so I had to completely change my way of rhyming. Like,
did it from the nerve damage? Did it change your speech?
A little bit. I adapted it. Like I was able to adapt. Like it's on and off. Sometimes I would. It's difficult, but I have to practice. I have to do a few more extra takes than I probably should. But
yeah. Well, you seem like a perfectionist with well, not a perfectionist, but you got like a level you want to go to when you put out a song. Your songs are brilliant. I'll be leaving the link for his channel as well. It's fucking tremendous.
Thank you.
Yeah, fucking get on his stuff. Maybe I'm gonna have to listen to that early shit, but I don't think it's on your channel. Yeah.
I got I have a lot of stuff that is on my Reverb Nation that I uploaded that I would just record on like a computer mic or like a I would just spit into like a laptop microphone at my boy's house.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I remember those days first because I'm a rapper by no means, man. But fucking we all had that fucking, you know, when the headsets first came out with the mic that you could like use as fucking bend it and shit. Oh, it's terrible. It was terrible. I think I was just talking about getting drunk and like fingering people's mothers. You know, it's terrible. Terrible, man.
And it's like, you know, the freaking kids, you know, they all got fucking arrested and everything. They got charged. Like, the kid got charged with conspiracy because he called me and, like, set it up and everything.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh.
And, you know, like, the kid that, like, picked them up, like, some kid drove and, like, picked them up. And, like, I was like, yo, like, I went to the gas station because I recognized the car. I was like, yo, who's that? I went to my job afterwards. I was like, blah, blah, blah. Who's that kid that, you know, picked those kids up? I was like, a detective. And then the guy I worked with was like, I know, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, my man, God bless my man's soul. I had dreams of the guy, actually. And he fucking drove. And we drove to the kid, and he was like, well, you know, we were driving around looking for the kid, and we found him, and he was like a fucking maniac, cut the kid off. And he's just a little kid, like, fucking, he's just a little kid still in high school, man. Like, he didn't know, he's probably just picking his friends up, you know, he's the only friend that has a car, you know. Yeah. I couldn't fucking... You know, he probably had no idea what was going on. And I know the kid actually right now freaking raps too in my area. And, you know, I could have ruined that kid's life, you know, if I told the cops all those kids would have been accessory to conspiracy.
Yeah, exactly.
to what happened to me, and I couldn't do that to those fucking kids, you know.
Yeah, because the charge really does stick around and fucking stops a lot of shit. Like, you know, and copping a charge too, trying to get people to fucking continue on to like bigger and fucking badder things. You know, so that's much respect for that, bro.
Yeah, cause you know that kid, freaking his brother, the kid that hit me, you know, his brother died. I heard he went to jail and got like fondled by some gay dude and shit, and that hit me. And then I heard like his little brother that tried to like jump me. Like I heard he got in a fight, and someone fractured his skull. So they got theirs. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's called karma, mate. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So I had nothing to do with that. It was just word around the street. He got into a fight with another kid and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, just man.
Yep. Yeah. They were just trouble. Those kids are just looking. I shouldn't have even dealt with them. You know, it's just because I just attract people. You know, because I rap. Yeah. Everybody knew I rap, and they were like, "Yo, you're good." You know, they like hanging out with me and smoking with me and listening to me freestyle and shit. You know, everybody did. You know.
Oh, well, like fucking when we were young, we always loved that.
Yeah, exactly.
People, you know what I mean? Like that's just how it is. But like we had a healthy respect for, you know, the rappers, not because we were, you know, let's say scared or whatever, but like they were just good dudes. You know, so we'd just chop it up. You know, have a fucking joint. You know, drink some shit, cook some fucking meat. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was fucking great days, mate, back then. But I think now everyone raps about fucking, you know, I started from the bottom, now I sell cocaine, I fucking do this, I do that. You know, I stab people, I've been in jail. So it's a bit sad because, you know, there was more lyrical flow back in the day about real shit than fucking everyone just selling coke and crack. You know, it's just
yeah. I mean, like, I be chilling with my homeboy. Shout out to my homeboy Truth. He just came back home. He did some time. He just came back home. You know, we've been in the stew. We've been writing, working on, recorded some new tracks, and working on tons of new shit. We're about to start coming. I'm trying to put them on some of my new joints as well. And,
awesome.
You know, it's just, yeah, man, we just gotta, keep shit going and, yeah, dude, fucking.
Well, I'm looking forward, man, to hearing that, new shit, because, like, you actually do have a lot in the works. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just one or two things. There's, like, fucking, 30 things that are going to drop. It's going to be fucking great. Like, and even as well, for everyone else, Lee does these mad, like, cartoons and shit that, like, he makes a story to the fucking, for the video. It's like cartoon. It's fucking great. You know what I mean? So I can't wait for that to drop.
That was my first passion, man. When I was a kid, I loved, loved drawing, and I first wanted to be like an work to make comics, like comic books and shit. I love comics, and I still have some of my comics. And I was in like school and GT art classes and stuff. I just love drawing for some reason.
You actually, mate, what an easy interview. Like, I don't have to ask you the fucking questions. You just go into what I was going to ask. It's just fucking great. Because I was just actually going to go, like, the Marvel shit kicks in. You know, the superheroes, the professional wrestling, and fucking just the artistic shit. You know what I mean? Like the samples of old shit. That's why I love the hip-hop culture. You know, like MF Doom with his fucking mask, all that shit. Nick Jack's obviously putting, characters into his stuff. So tell me a bit about that. Yeah, just after you said you were drawing through comics, how did that incorporate into, like, your style of hip-hop?
I was heavily influenced by, like Wu-Tang Clan, how they would put, like, the kung fu into the the hip hop, like how they sampled kung fu movies
Yeah.
into, and then on their CD covers had like the GZA, the Genius, like his album cover had like the hip hop art. That actually is like a DC comic book artist had like drew that artwork for like the.
Oh, is that for Liquid Swords?
Yes, Liquid Swords. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and
That was a great cover, man.
I would just look at that cover for like, just look at it. It was like so cool, like just the drawings on it,
Just
and
appreciating.
yeah, exactly. And just look now, like you had Wu-Tang with Kung Fu. You had Necro with the horror movies. Now you got Griselda with the wrestling. Now they're using wrestling in their hip hop. All they have on their albums is like the Chris Jericho samples, and they use like when a wrestler died, they would drop a song with the wrestler and stuff. That's fucking awesome, man. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's
because a lot of people are. I think when we were chatting privately, fucking a lot of people think like, oh, wrestling, fucking, oh, it's shit. But like, you try being back, fucking, in the days when, what's on TV. You get to watch a bit of fucking music that was fucking heavily regulated. You can watch your action movies, and then there's fucking wrestling, which is like a soap opera, yeah, whatever. We all know it's not fake, but it's not fake because like everything's fucking real. Like my favorite's ECW.
hell yeah.
Like Jesus Christ, mate! They used to fucking split fucking arms with barbed wire. Fucking just kill each other. You know what I mean? Like that was just our shit. You know what I mean? ECW, Philly Arena. Like it was just the best. So yeah, I tell everyone who doesn't like it, fuck yourself.
Dude, me and my homies, we were just up late one night because on the cable channels up here, it was called New York 55. It was like the Access channel, and then like you have to stay up till like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then they would play. We would just switch the channels. All of a sudden, it was just like Born to Be Wired. You see like Sabu getting thrown in the barbed wire. We were like, what the fuck is this shit? And then it was a rap after that, man.
You just fucking, now you got me on that fucking match, man. With there's Terry Funk, mate. Well, you couldn't even fucking like pin Terry Funk, like, because they were gonna keep going, but they were just so fucking wrapped in that barbed wire. It's like, no, we got to end this. I can't fucking move.
That was insane match, dude. Like I remember one episode, like they showed the whole match, and they were wrapped in that bar. Oh, holy shit, dude! That
was when he air Sabu's into the corner. He does the air Sabu. Like, mate, you can see the fucking cut. It's stuff from here to there, and he just puts tape on it, just fucking wraps it, and just keeps going. I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah, ECW, man, that started the whole revolution. The Attitude Era, the hardcore, that's it.
I reckon it killed it, yeah. It killed it. Like, it was the best. Fucking, like, New Jack and shit as well. Just, just comes out with the whole fucking trolley full of shit and just hits the fucking cunt with, like, everything in the fucking trolley. Like, he literally bought everything and the kitchen sink.
Yeah, I think he was my favorite one, man. Him and Sabu, they were the best, dude. Like, oh man, shit, man. Like, Living Dangerously, 1997. I think it was like one of the best pay-per-view. Or was it 97 or no? It was. I think Living Dangerously, 1998 was probably.
Which match was on that?
There was let's see, it was RVD versus Jerry Lynn. And
mate, their matches are legendary.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And it was like New Jack versus Mustafa.
Oh, that's when they had that fight before he became with Cronus and shit.
Yeah,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Yeah.
I think like Psycho Sid was on ECW on that one too. And then it was like Taz for Sabu. I think shit was just the wrestling, and they had Tajiri for Super Crazy. Man, those matches were just. It was just the wrestling, the hardcore. You just can't beat. You couldn't beat that shit, man.
And what I liked with it as well is, you know, for their music, they incorporated a lot of fucking rock music, a lot of hip hop, like fucking, you know, it was fresh. You know what I mean? Like, and I was 7 years old when it came out. You know what I mean? So I was 5 years old when Born to Be Wired was on air. But I was 5, bro. You know, but I started catching it like when I was 8 or 9. You know, so I never watched anything live, obviously. But yeah, just the best fucking.
I was for a birthday present. It was 1998. It was me and my home. I got tickets to go see Raw's War, and it was at the Meadowlands. It's not. They tore it down. There's not even there anymore. I think it's only arena now in New Jersey is the Prudential Center in Newark.
Oh, and, yeah, where they have the UFC and all that. Yeah.
And now they got, but back then it was the Meadowlands Arena, and I went there to go see Raw's War, and Kane and Mankind won the tag team titles from the New Age Outlaws at that show. And I saw them all there. They had Undertaker, First Vader, Austin, Rock. They were all there. It was like best show ever. It was fucking awesome. That was
there's something different about fucking actually being at a live show, because I've only been to 2. Well, I'm not gonna lie to anyone. First one was when I was 12, when I lived in Queensland. It was it was fucking WCW Nitro. You had Goldberg, Sting, you had Luger, everything. Like,
for real?
It was fucking great. Yeah, it was great. But I wasn't that close, though. I was like up in the fucking rafters and shit. But like I still could fucking see what was going on. I was screaming my little tits off. I had a sign that nobody could see. I'm holding it up like a fucking idiot. But I think in 2016, there was Sabu came out to Battle Championship Wrestling, BCW, which is in Melbourne. It's a Melbourne-based, where I am now, Victoria in Australia. It's a small promotion, but they've had RVD Sabu. So I met Sabu in a meet and greet, and then went to the show. He did. Like, it was fucking. Mate, he's so old, but like he still does it.
Nice.
I love it, man. Like, it was way past his prime. Don't get me wrong. But I met Super Genie as well with him. She's passed away now. But,
she died?
Yeah, she got like a infection in her leg that fucked her vein up, so she got like her leg amputated, and then like she was sweet for a bit, and then she just died. Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. A real nice lady too. Like, she was really kind when we met her. Because like I took one of my mates, and then they took pictures of us. They had print out pictures that they signed and shit, and then we saw them at the show.
Shit.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Yeah. But that's the game they play, mate. You know, who knows if it was what she was putting into her legs, because she wasn't a small Sheila, you know. Just saying. Well, not trying to be a cunt or anything, but you know. So yeah, man. It's always like wrestling and shit, and obviously martial arts. All that type of stuff, like is.
Oh yeah! Shout out to my homie, artist from London. Actually, reached out to me. He reached out to me while my girlfriend was while we were having a baby, and an artist from London by the name of Cryptic Soul, a rapper from London. He's Chinese. And he hit me up on Facebook, and I was so wrapped up in there. That's when I was completely. I didn't talk to anyone for a year because I was about to be a father. I was, just posting some things here and there, but I wasn't communicating with really anybody. I was just, at work and saving up for the baby, everything. And this artist hit me up. And shout out to Cryptic Soul, man. He was sending me very inspirational things
Awesome.
while I was recovering from my leg surgery. He's actually one of the students from Jackie Chan Stuntmaster School.
Oh shit.
He was telling me he was trained with Donnie Yen, and
Nice.
he did a track with a D12. Fucking awesome dude. Shout out to Cryptic Soul, man. Fucking
Yeah, man. If you can, fucking send me his like Instagram handles or whatever, because mate, that's it. Yeah, I've never heard of the bloke, but fuck, he's been up to a bit, so definitely gonna have to put him in the description.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Send me a lot of encouraging things, man. Good dude.
Oh, that's
man.
good, man. When you're going through some things, all it takes is a fucking nice message, mate. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it just lifts you up. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
And you know, me and you, man, about how we love our martial arts movie. And when he hit me up and was showing me his pictures with Donnie Yen and was telling me about that really was like, wow, you know, he was checking out my music and everything, and you know, and we're definitely, I'm gonna hit him up again, man. I'm gonna try to see. He's definitely on our skis for sure. With the
mad, bro, like that he sounds like a good person I'd like to give a platform to, mate.
Oh, word.
He sounds hectic, bro. Yeah, fucking Donnie Yen and shit. Imagine Jackie Chan kicking you off a building. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, mate. Yeah, he's putting in his fucking. Definitely putting in his fucking time. For
sure. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. What was it? Cryptic Soul.
Cryptic Soul.
Yeah, I won't forget that. And I was going to ask you as well, when you opened up for, you know, all those guys, like, so were they all at that Stanford place?
Stanhope House?
Stanhope, yeah.
Let me think. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Most of them. Onyx, too. Yeah, Onyx was there. Onyx, and there's another place in Bud Lake too. But I'm having some issues there. Hopefully we can work them out at this place. I did a lot of things there, and hopefully
drinking.
Yeah, drinking, and I was pretty upset when MF Doom died. I went there and I had a little too many, and
that wasn't too long ago, was it? Just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, 2021. I was I had a fight with the missus, and she left me stranded somewhere. So I got a cab and I went there, and I had one too many, and just things. Just things can just shit can hit the fan. You know, and sometimes you just lose control. You know, it's good to go. It's not good to go places by yourself and. No,
I've worked that out by myself, man. If I don't fucking, have, well, because especially these days, you know, everyone thinks they're fucking, the toughest cunt and whatever. Mm-hmm. But, like, they're not the toughest because they'll jump you with, like, 6 cunts, 6 of their boys, and you're by yourself. They only really go out, when was the time? Last time I went out, actually, was my mates were opening for Onyx as well. And so I jumped on the stage and I was being a fucking, bit of a hype man, fucking getting cunts rowdy and shit. It was fucking awesome. Nice. Yeah, that was the last time, but I loved it because all my mates had my back that night. You know what I mean? Like, we were all watching each other, fucking shit like that. But yeah, you can't go to a concert by yourself. You can't do nothing by yourself. That's fucking, you get in trouble, especially if you're drunk. Fucking.
Yeah, this place, the only time when people used to go to this place was when I would throw a show. But when the pandemic happened and the lockdown happened, everything closed down. So now my spot became the spot because it was the only place open. So now everybody started going there. So the only reason I used to go there was because nobody would go there. So because that would be like my quiet time that I can get, have a few drinks and listen to some music. And that's where I would go to do karaoke because that's how I would practice my voice. I do karaoke to practice performing to get my practice vocals and all that shit. I do rock songs and shit. That's like my little secret technique to like practice.
It'll work. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we're gonna have to get you on and fucking get you to do a like Ace of Spades cover. No, that's sick, man. Because I don't know anyone who's done that actually. That's good way to get it fucking like on and crack and get you on your sound, all that type of shit. But yeah, so what are you doing these days with fucking? So you got these things coming out. Are you recording every day, or are you just you're just trying to get those projects out you were mentioning before?
Well, I've been kind of in a little jam as of late because I'm like damn near pretty much almost I've been like crippled for like a fucking year. I had reconstructive leg surgery. Yeah. I tore my Achilles. But when I tore my Achilles, I thought I just sprained my ankle. So I was walking around.
Yeah.
I was going to work. I was walking around. Like I went to New York City with my homeboy. Shout out Quinn Cardona. He's a pro skateboarder that I met about two years ago. Excellent dude. He's been around the world, real good homie. He's a hip hop artist. He does hip hop too. Goes by Quim Time, and he brought me to an art gallery in New York City that was from a dude that did artwork for The Source magazine. Did photography.
Oh, The Source. That's old school.
And I went to this art gallery, and the dude, Eric Monroe, and he had all of his artwork of his photography from The Source magazine. This guy, Tupac, Big Pun, all of his RZA from a lot of famous pictures that I've seen like everywhere. This dude was the guy that took those photos.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And I couldn't believe it, and we were just there listening to him talk, and it was like incredible. And I'm walking around lipping. He had cooler with beers there. Help yourself. We were drinking,
that's all right.
And my homie Quinn was like, he known this guy through every single hair. What did he say? He said something hilarious. I forget, but yeah, he said he knew him for every single hairstyle, I believe. So he knew him for a long time, and I had a great time, and dude, like, and I'm working with him. I'm working. I try not to tell everything. Like you
got to leave some shit to be a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of other stuff that I'm doing that I put little stuff out like that I really know that's gonna be hot. That's why
I like how you do the teasers.
Yeah,
the teasers. I was so pissed off with that fucking cartoon one with Nick Jacks. And you just teased it, and just when he was about to fucking put his verse in, you just stopped it like, fuck.
Yeah, the teasers.
I can't wait for this shit,
Those are the ones to look out for, the teasers, because that's gonna be the fire one. That's gonna be fire tracks when they drop. Yeah. I had to give a little tease of that one. But oh man, like I shout out to my homie DJ Super Brown Bum. my homeboy Chioki. He's a DJ for R.A. the Rugged Man. He's on tour right now. He's a cat from Jersey. He was DJing for us for New Year's Eve. Hit him up on Craigslist needed a DJ for New Year's Eve. Found him on Craigslist. Oh, I DJ for R.A. Rugged Man. He showed me the video. I was like, dude, I opened up for him 4 times at the Stanhope House. He's like, get out of here. He's like, I'm gonna call him right now. He's like, you haven't been to Stanhope House? Next thing I know, he's on tour with him all over the world.
That's crazy. It's good to see one of your boys out there doing that.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm still
nothing but love.
Shout out to Young Z, best rapper out right now, man. My homie Young Z. I'm so happy for him too, man.
Yeah, because you got songs with him as well. So and they're out. They're on your channel. So yeah, everyone check it out. Have a listen. Just just fucking So see if you like it. See if it's your shit. Because it's fucking my shit, mate. It goes off. Well, Lee does some fucking tremendous tracks, man.
Oh,
and I love that, man, because with the people I meet, like, just on the internet, through people, like, it's all like fucking hip-hop really is a small community. Like, even in Melbourne, like, everybody knows everyone, even if they're from another state, because, it just seems like you're grinding, you're hustling, and fucking you deserve what comes.
Oh, thank you, bro. I would like to, I feel like New Jersey right now, it's right now, like, hip-hop, like, this, like, shows, they're not really happening no more, like all these cats I was hoping, like, these shows aren't happening no more in New Jersey. Like, now they're happening. You got to go to the cities. You got to go to Philadelphia. Yeah. You got to go to New York City. So now, like, eventually, I see I have to go if I want to do these shows again. So I'm not focused on the shows anymore. I'm focused on making more music. And then we'll go back to doing shows. But right now, I'm focused on music. And I'll probably announce it here, but I'm officially probably retiring from putting together shows because I was putting together shows from 2013 to 2019, putting together shows myself, getting artists from all over New Jersey.
So you just tired.
That is more harder than being a father, running a show, hip hop shows, putting together shows. I'm retired from doing that. I'm a hip hop artist. I perform. I am not a promoter. I'm not a fucking. I don't do. I'm not. I'm like the. You ever seen that movie with Ice Cube and Mike Epps? It's called Chinky Promoters. If you ever get a chance, I feel like when I was doing, I was about to put together a hip hop show, and if he sees this video, Young Dirty Bastard, I am so sorry, ODB son. I talked to him on the phone. I was about to get him to come do a hip hop show. I had him. I'm so sorry. We had the show. I had to cancel the show. I had every hip hop artist from New York City to Pennsylvania tagging me in every post. I'm performing. Every rapper. Just all these rappers were just tagging. I'm performing at the show. I'm opening for Young Dirty Bastard. I didn't even know the rappers. And then my whole town was like, Young Dirty Bastard's coming. The whole town was gonna come to this show. He was not safe. It was. The show was going to get shut down. He was not going to be. It wasn't a safe. I couldn't do. All these rappers were saying they're coming open, and it just was out of control. I could
Too much.
there's no way. And then I had no security, no sound. The venue wasn't paid. The venue doesn't pay me. They just give you a venue and say, here, do, put together a show. And I had no security. No, I couldn't.
No, you need security. You need security. It's too up in the air these days to have like artists there because, mate, you see videos how they get pulled off the stage, they get the chain snatched, they get bashed, shot.
Yeah.
So you need security.
Like, I got into a fight in this establishment. I got with like 5 people, and imagine. And then to this day, people are like, "Why DB was gonna come there? Wu-Tang was coming there." I said I couldn't have Wu-Tang come there because it was every rapper in the tri-state area was saying they were coming here to rap, and I didn't even know these people. It was madness. It was
spun out of control.
It spun completely out of control. And I was like, if all these rappers just came together and said, hey, like, here's blah, 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 and was like, gave me some money, like, let's all put an album together. Let's buy a fucking house or something. But all these rappers, it was out of control. Like, I didn't even know.
Everyone's like fighting for number one.
Yeah, I didn't even know these people. It was like 10 rappers that I had no idea were saying they were coming to my show and opening for Young Dirty Bastard. And I was looking at their information and stuff. I was like, I don't know these people. I said, who had it? I was like, it was just too. I'm sorry, YDB. I was supposed to meet him at BB King's, and supposedly we had a ride, and we were gonna meet him at a meeting at BB King's in New York City. Then my ride at the last minute called me and said, "Oh yeah, don't trust people," and click, and didn't drive. I was like, it was just jinxed from the beginning. Like,
it was like dominoes just falling and falling.
Yeah, I tried. I had him on the phone. I was on the phone talking. Shout out to Young Dirty Bastard, man. Like, God, like, rest in peace, your dad, man. I'm sorry. Like, I try to do a good thing for hip hop, but, a lot of people just ruin the good thing, and, we just try to do a good thing, just a lot of people ruined it, the venue.
What do they say, fucking too many chefs spoil the broth.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like,
so that's right.
I try, like if I even went to the Stanhope House, I was like, "What? Can you guys take this on?" Like, and they were just like, I even tried to get nonfiction there. Like, I was emailing DJ Eclipse, like, on my Gmail. I was like, "Here's all the information," and DJ Eclipse was like, "They're not getting back to me," And I was even telling them, like, "Yo, I got my DB's number, like." He's hitting me up, man. I was trying to get it there. I was even trying to get Mr. Green there at Stanhope Houses, trying to get everything, like, cause I am a hip hop. I am trying to do something with my life,
Yeah. You're just trying to get shit cracking.
Exactly, and I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for the community. I'm the hip hop community,
Yeah, man, because that would have been a good show if it turned out.
Exactly. I would love to chill with YDB, and shout out to Jew Money, artist from New York.
Yeah.
He set that up for me, and I'm sorry. He introduced me to Young Dirty Bastard. He tried to set that up for us. I just, I don't want any, I wasn't trying to upset anybody. I was just trying to make something happen. Just, everybody just do this, it was just, all I had to do was do two simple things, and and I couldn't put him in that situation because
Yeah.
we had DJ Polo was at
Oh
this.
yeah, what with Cool J Rap DJ
Yep.
Polo?
I
Yeah.
was chilling at this place with Young Z, and DJ Polo comes there, and he was gonna do he set up a show, and then I was at the show with DJ Polo, and he's setting up. You know, he finished up the show. It was awesome. Greg Nice was there rapping, and then they were setting. You know, they were closing up everything, and the person's like, "You gotta." Bars over closed. You gotta leave. Go, go. And I'm like, no, you don't understand who this is. This ain't just a guy coming here having a, you know, trying to make a couple bucks. This is DJ Polo. You can't talk.
Yeah, man.
Just don't know. They're not. This place
I
is.
know.
It's not a hip hop. It's not a hip hop friendly place. I was like the hip hop guy there, you know,
Yeah.
and like owner just didn't know who DJ Polo was, and
That's
she
fucked up.
was
He's
throwing
a
him out.
legend, man.
And then I was chilling there the night I got in Mines there. We're watching that Much Music channel. I was like, look who it is there. He's DJ Polo. He was on the screen. DJ Polo, Cool J Rap song. She was like. I was like, you know, like, they just, like, yo, I could get Wu-Tang in here. They just,
That's why, like, we have a club out here called the Laundry Bar. That's where, like, well, they give a lot of fucking local acts because it's just hip hop. There's never like dance or anything. It's just hip hop. You know, that's where we Onyx was there. I got to jump on stage, all that shit. You know, DJ Quick. Fucking so many American rappers come through there, and they give a chance to the locals. Like, it'd be good for. Sounds like you need a spot like that again. You know, but closer to your house. You know, like in that fucking Jersey part, not the city.
exactly. It just seems like they just don't want to pay nobody anymore. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They just
I
wanna-
think it's something to do with the internet as well, man. You know, because if you put your shit on fucking YouTube, you can get famous. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
So people just think of it like that. But you should, if you're doing a performance, man, you should be paid.
Exactly, and they just want you to put they want you to put a thing on the door and say, oh, you get a cover, you know, $10 cover. But what about all the people there that come and buy drinks? Like, shouldn't you get a little cut of that? You know, the bar, you know, when people buy drinks.
Because
Like-
drinks are like $12 anyway when you go to a place like that.
Maybe even like 50 cents a drink out of the drinks, you know, like $2.50, you know, that 50 cents adds up every drink. If everybody's there buying drinks all night, you know.
Yeah, fucking oath, man. Even if it was 25 cents.
Mhm.
It's still fucking, it'd be a lot in there. What are you saying now? So, I as well remembered that you wanted to shout out someone in your family that passed away recently. Well,
Oh yes, my cousin Barry. My cousin Barry from Queensland passed away. Queensland. Rest in peace, my cousin Pell. Rest in peace, my good friend Frank Iconio, my best friend. He passed away. He built race car engines.
oh,
He was my best friend. He passed away in a car accident.
there you go.
Rest in peace, Tame One. I'm sorry about everything that happened with Tame. I tried to resolve everything with him. It was just stupid. I stopped drinking. I had a bad alcohol problem. I drank too damn much. You know, I had a birthday party at I had a big party at my birthday at this venue. I keep in contact with all my connects, all the people I work with. I always give them a call. I call Rod Digga. I always called her to see how Young C was doing when he was in jail. I would call Pace One, check on him. One time I called Pace One by accident on a FaceTime by accident in my pocket, and I looked and he was there. Oh, hey, Pace, how you doing? Shout out Pace One. I messaged Mr. Green. I always say, how you doing? I always hit up. And so I called Team One. I said, hey, how you doing, team? And it was the last time I talked to him. And I was talking to him about, is he ever going to work with Cage again and stuff? And he told me no. And, we were just talking. I said, hey, I'm having a birthday party. And, I won't advertise it or nothing, but maybe, do you want to come hang out? Be like a special guest, maybe? Just come hang out? He was like, yeah, sure. Can you give me a ride? And I was like, I said, I'm running the event. And I said, I'll try. I'll try. I said, I'll try to pick you up. It'll be hard, but I'll try. And I said, I gotta help my aunt move. My aunt was moving. So me and my friend had 8-Ball Music. We had to help my aunt move from her old house to her new house for. It was like 2 days it took us. We had to do that right after the show the next morning. So I get to the venue at 4 p.m. And this is the first I talked to my boy Steve-O. Shout out my homeboy Steve-O. He told me I always take advice from people like my friends. And my friend said, you should have a show with battle rappers. And I said, oh, I never did that. So I don't want to like, make it look like I'm trying to be like Eminem or 8-Mile, be like Eminem or something. I said, but if that's what people want to see, then we'll try it out. So if that's what people, he was like, yeah, man, everybody loves that shit. I was like, all right, we'll do it. I said, I don't battle rap. I said, I'm not a battle rapper. I said, I wrote songs about people, but that's because, people broke my jaw, people fucking robbed me, and I made songs about people that did shit like that to me, And so, yeah, I posted it on community groups on Facebook, and people were hitting me up. Yeah, I'll come. Yeah, and I'll come. And I met this kid named Timmy B. He plays a ukulele. Nice kid. And he said, yeah, I'll come through. I said, all right, no doubt. Shout out to Timmy B. Shout out to my homeboy Downtown, DT. So my homeboy Timmy B comes through. I get to the venue at 4 p.m. There's 60 people there. I said, oh my God. I have to, like I said, it's just me running this event.
Yeah.
It's just me. I get there. The event starts at 8. There's already 60 people there.
Yeah.
So I gotta
go
go
just kept
there.
getting bigger and bigger.
There must have been like 100, 200 people there at one point. I'm setting up the thing at the door. I have to stamp everybody's hand. More and more people come in. I have to get I have to have someone run the door now because I gotta run the event. Because the rappers are coming. The show's about to start. And then I get someone to run the door. And then I'm like, I know I'm forgetting something. And then everything's going and going.
Oh, you forgot to pick him up. Yeah.
And then, just because people were people were like, "Yo, can I perform? Can I perform? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, can I go? Can I use your car? Can I go to? Oh, no, you can't use my car. You can't use my car." Somebody kept asking me to use my car all night. People were asking me to buy drink all night long, and I didn't have a second to think.
Yeah.
It was like my birthday. People were buying me drinks. I'm getting drunk. I don't even think
I know how that is, man.
I don't even think I performed that night. I don't even think I rapped that night. It was just nonstop. And then, and then I gotta go wake up at 10 a.m. in the morning and help my aunt move into a freaking house all weekend. And then, then I freaking realized, oh shit, I didn't pay my fucking phone bill. Now my phone's turned off for the whole fucking weekend.
So it's just like one thing after another. Yeah.
And then, I finished helping. We moved all my aunt's shit to her house. And then I go on Facebook. I said, "Oh, great show, blah, blah, blah." And then Tame One, comment, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like,
Oh, shit.
oh, fuck, man. And I forgot to fucking hit him. I forgot all about Tame. I just forgot to hit. It's just too much. It was so much going on all weekend. And I said, "Oh, yo, Tame, man, I'm sorry, dude. Because it wasn't advertised he was coming. It wasn't, it wasn't advertised. People didn't know he was coming and stuff." And then, he was texting me, "Oh, don't hit me up ever again. Don't ask me for shit. Don't hit me up no more." I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm still trying to build with you, man. I said we're gonna
It's
do.
not like you meant it.
We're gonna still do more shows, bro. We're still trying to build it." He's like, "Don't hit me up ever again." And I was like, nah. And then he's saying something, he started getting a little bit more, meaner in the text, he used to start.
Started getting a bit hectic. Yeah.
Started getting a little bit more, and then I just, but I got upset, because he said, "No," he's like, "You're cut off." He's like, "You're cut off now," and I don't blame. I understand, I look back and I was just like, oh man, like it's just
well, you can see like how he'd be offended, but you can see that fucking that night just got too hectic, too hot to handle for you, So it's a lot of beefs start that way, but it wasn't like intentional. So
yeah, exactly.
It's not like you fucking burned him on purpose or whatever, So I think fucking some people just take shit a bit fucking, a bit too hard. But on that note, Lee, fucking definitely if you're up for it, mate, we'll get you on for a part 2.
Yeah, definitely. Rest in peace, team. I'm sorry for but that's what happened, and I saw him one more time after I saw him at Morristown, and I sent him a message, and I saw him one more time at Morristown. It was all peace and love when Young C got jail, and I got no problems with nobody. And anything, everybody, we're just, there's so much trouble in the world right now that there shouldn't, we gotta, we got this. This is why we have the music, and I promise everybody, man, when I drop, people tell me to make more, some people tell me to make more positive music, but there's not really too much positive shit going on in the world. So my music.
I feel you on that, bro.
There's gonna be some, I'm still gonna drop some grimy shit.
Oh, you have to, mate. That's what it's about. We love that shit. All right, Lee. Thank you very much for coming on the channel, mate. And we're gonna have to definitely have you back. You're an interesting dude. It's been good getting to know you a bit like more as a mate, like rather than on fucking Instagram. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, we'll definitely get you back. I got a couple shout outs I have to do. My mate Damien Illich, rapper. Pretty sure the song's called Hopeless Romantic. That's just dropped. And he's got a YouTube channel, Instagram. I'll put everything on the links. Alan Thorpe again, who walks for men's mental health. If you can, I'll put up his stuff. People donate because he's walking for a great cause to help men out, you know, with mental health. And proudly, I have to say we are sponsored by motherfucking Duxon Apparel. Use the promo code Think Twice and enjoy fucking $30 off any order over $50. And if you don't want that, go fuck yourself. This is great clothes. We've got a collaboration with the Rowdy Mob because me and a couple of boys are the Rowdy Mob off there. And so we got like a Duxon cross Rowdy Mob. So, mate, fucking jump on it, do all that shit. Now go hard. And again, Lee, thank you for coming on and taking the time. And fucking, it's really very much appreciated. If there's any shit you want to fucking shout out, because I'll be putting all your YouTube channel links, everything in the description. So if there's anything you want to shout out, you go for it, brother.
Shout out to my homies, Young Z. Shout out A-Bomb Music. Shout out Pace One. Shout out Mr. Green. Shout out to all my peoples doing it. Shout out Truth. Shout out 2G. He'll be home real soon. As soon as my homie 2G comes back around, I promise y'all, I'm going to be dropping some music. We're just waiting for him to come back so we can get him on some tracks. Shout out my homeboy Aaron Bloom. Shout outs my fam, Jamont, TJ, Sabor, Abdul. Shout out, let's see who else. Shout out my older brother Tim. Shout out my little brother Joey, JR. I'd like to shout out my son Kiowa. Love you. We're gonna get everything situated. Don't worry. Shout out to everyone that supports me. You know what I mean? Shout out my homeboy Inky Stubbs. Just, you know, I know I've been driving people crazy, a lot of shit going on, a lot of drama, but taking care of it. Things are only going up now.
That's
I know a lot of people might have heard some crazy shit, but it's all rumors, nothing true. I'm a good dude. I love my family, you know what I mean? And it's just rumors. You know, when people see someone trying to do something with their life, just try to...
I just want to fuck with it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I do this rap shit, you know what I mean? Like, we do it, you know what I mean? Just like you said, we're for real with this shit, and people don't like that, you know? And they're gonna see that soon that we are for real, and that's why I'm rocking this shirt.
Yeah, shout out Outsiders.
Hell yeah, because, you know, like C said in his interview, him, Digger, and Pace keeping the Outsiders moving, but I've been like, have you ever seen that first Mortal Kombat? I've been like Reptile, you know, like he was creeping around, you know, scoping everything out, but then once he gets in that statue, you know, he turns into that reptile. And that's like me when I get in that booth pretty soon. And that's when I report the Z. So it was...
All right, cool, bro. All right, guys, again, thanks for fucking, giving me a view. And I've noticed I got more subscribers and people are giving some positive feedback. So I really appreciate you guys for fucking, motivating me to keep doing this and meet great artists like this. And shout out to Nick Jackelson for helping me out with some fucking pictures for my site and introducing me to good people. And so, yeah, man, then we're out. So thanks again, Lee, for coming on. And, I hope there's a part 2, man, because you're more than welcome. So you be good, all right? Much love.
Love you, brother. Thank you so much for your time, dude.
All good, brother. Welcome on any time, my dude.
Awesome, dude.